What's up, guys? Derek here with Tap and Turn Gaming, coming at you today with an EDH deck tech for a subscriber request. Today's deck will be for Shirei, Shizo's Caretaker for MTG Master. He's one of our very loyal subscribers who's done quite a few deck requests with us, and he's actually been with us for a long time, so we really appreciate that. But he asked us for our take on a Shirei deck, so we're going to go over the general and what we picked for the deck and why we went that direction. So the commander is Shirei, Shizo's Caretaker. It's a legendary creature spirit from one of the Kamigawa set. I believe that's Betrayers. He's a 5-cost 2/2. Says whenever a creature with power 1 or less is put into your graveyard from play, you may return that creature to play under your control at the end of turn if Shirei is still in play. So pretty cool ability. As long as you have guys with power 1 or less, if they die, they come back at the end of turn. As long as your commander is still on the board. Very cool ability. Very abusable. Pretty fun. So we're going to go over the deck and the direction we went with it. The direction we went with it. So first off, we'll take a look at our sorceries. They're pretty much all tutors. We went with Dark Petition, Demonic Tutor, Diabolic Revelation, and Diabolic Tutor. Just a small package of tutors to be able to find the cards we want when we want to find them. For lands, we went with Bojuka Bog, Cabal Coffers, Shizo Death Storehouse, because we are playing Shirei and he is the Caretaker, so we might as play Shizo and get the Storehouse. And 35 Swamps. Pretty basic land package as well. As far as our artifacts, actually we'll go over the enchantments first since it's a smaller package. We're running Dictate of Erebos, Grave Pact, Oversold Cemetery, and Palace Siege. So Dictate of Erebos and Grave Pact serve more or less the same purpose in the deck, that if we sacrifice a creature, so does our opponent. Oversold Cemetery helps us get our guys back, and Palace Siege, depending on how the game's going, but we can choose one of the two modes, but we would generally always choose Cons to be able to get back a creature every turn and keep getting our bigger guys back. For Planeswalkers, we have Liliana of the Dark Realms, mostly to be able to tutor for our swamps. Liliana Vest, because making target player discard a card will still just whittle them away little by little. And we have Obnixilis Reignited, mostly for the drawing a card and also to destroy target creatures to get problem guys off the board. And then the artifacts we're running Ashnod's Altar as a sack outlet for mana, Darksteel Ingot for some ramp, Darksteel Plate to be able to make our general indestructible, Lightning Greaves to be able to give our general Shroud. The haste doesn't really matter as much. Nem Deathmantle so we can abuse it with some mana shenanigans. Shield of Kaldra, also for the indestructible. Soul Ring for the mana, Swift Boots to give our general Hexproof, and Thrumming Stone. And we have this in here for one particular card. Now, normally I'm not the type of person that plays a card that only affects one other card, but this actually affects 25 of our other cards, and we'll go over that in just a moment. And we'll go over the interaction as well. So, the creatures we run: Aberrant Overlord, Archdemon of Unks, Archdemon of Depravity, Bloodgift Demon, Death Greeter, Eater of Hope, Extractor Demon, Harvester of Souls, Liliana Heretical Healer, also another Planeswalker technically, I guess, Lord of the Void, Obnixilis Unshackled, Overseer of the Damned, Reaper of the Abyss, Rune-Scarred Demon, Shadowborn Apostle times 25, Shadowborn Demon, and Spirit of the Night. Now, as you'll notice, we have quite a few demons in here, and we do that for a purpose. The deck is sort of built around Shadowborn Apostle, a 1-cost 1/1 human cleric that says a deck can have any number of cards named Shadowborn Apostle. And it says pay 1 black, sacrifice 6 creatures named Shadowborn Apostle to search your library for a demon creature card and put that onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So the overall theme, the overall idea we're going with is we have our general in play. We have down 6 Shadowborn Apostles. We pay their 1 black to sacrifice the 6 of them to put one of these demons into play and toolbox for whatever we really need. So if we need some removal, we can go ahead and get Shadowborn Demon, who will destroy a target non-demon creature. We can get or Overseer of the Damned, who will also destroy a creature. Or Reaper of the Abyss, who will be able to destroy a creature because we had another creature die, so we have some cool effects there. We can also do this to prevent them from searching their libraries. Well, they'll be able to do it, but they take 10 life. We can generate some tokens. Archdemon of Unks says at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a non-zombie creature, then put a 2/2 black zombie creature token into play. So ideally, we want to have him down. We will sacrifice one of our Shadowborn Apostles to get a 2/2 zombie, and at the end of turn, our Shizo will put it back into play. Bloodgift Demon will allow us to draw cards. Death Greeter is just going to make it so whenever another creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, we gain 1 life. So we sacrifice 6 Shadowborn Apostles, gain 6 life, they all come back. Happy, happy, happy. Eater of Hope lets us sacrifice 2 of the creatures to destroy target creature, so again we'll be sacrificing our Shadowborn Apostles, and they'll come back with Shirei. Harvester of Souls, whenever another non-token creature dies, we draw a card, so we'll be drawing cards off these guys. So as you can see, there's just a lot of interaction with the Shadowborn Apostles and the demons and what they do, and a lot of support cards for that, because if you add in the fact that we have Shirei down and the Shadowborn Apostles, and we're sacrificing them to put a demon into play, if you add in Dictator of Erebos or Grave Pact, that means our opponent also has to sacrifice 6 creatures. And that is huge. That's absolutely huge. Now I want to talk about Thrumming Stone. So Thrumming Stone is an artifact from Cold Snap that costs 5 mana, and it says spells you control have Ripple 4. Whenever you play a spell, you may reveal the top 4 cards of your library. If you reveal any cards with the same name, you can cast those for free and put the rest on the bottom of your library. So ideally, you're going to play this as early as you can, generally turn 5, because maybe turn 3 or 4 with the ramp we have. Not always going to happen, but it could. But what's going to happen is you cast this, you cast any other spell. You're not gonna ripple, because you know you don't have any other copies in there. There's really no point. But whenever you cast a Shadowborn Apostle, you're gonna use that Ripple 4. So you cast a Shadowborn Apostle, you reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Now, if there's 2 more Shadowborn Apostles in there, for each of them, they will get to ripple as well. So you'll cast a Shadowborn, reveal the top 4. If there's 2 Shadowborns, you'll put those off the side, put those 2 cards on the bottom of your library. Now you'll ripple off those Shadowborn Apostles, and if they get more Shadowborn Apostles, you'll ripple off of them, and ripple off of them, and ripple off of them. And you can essentially cast 1 Shadowborn Apostle and get them all out at once. And if you do that early in the game, you can just go Alpha Strike with them and attack your opponent and still do a lot of damage. So there's a lot of cool interaction with it, a lot of toolboxing with your demons. You could even go ahead and, let's say you have down Shirei and your Shadowborn Apostles, and then you have down Extractor Demon. So now you're going to sacrifice 6 Shadowborn Apostles to search for a demon. And it says whenever another creature leaves the battlefield, you may have target player put the top 2 cards of his or her library into the graveyard. So you have him down. You sacrifice 6 Shadowborns. They mill 12 cards. Then if you have down Dictate or Grave Pact, they're also going to lose 6 creatures. And then depending on what demon you get out of your library, I mean, any number of things can happen. So it's really, really cool. One side note, we do have Spirit of the Night, mostly because he's just a good beater. He is a 9-cost 6/5, so older cards had higher costs for what they did. But he has Flying, Trample, Prop Black, and First Strike when attacking. And he has Haste. So he's just a good beater, really, that's all there is to it. And he's a cool looking demon, older. It's nice to throw in the old cards sometimes. But that is overall our Shirei Shizo's Caretaker deck that we did for MTG Master. Sort of the idea we went with it. Kind of a shorter deck type than our usual ones, I think, because a quarter of the cards are just this Shadowborn Apostle. But this has... actually, we can also take a look at this stuff right here. So the deck is mono black, obviously. Predominantly creature, where we have 41 creatures, 25 of which are Shadowborn Apostles. 1/4 of the deck is Shadowborn Apostles. And then even our curve is heavy in 1, and then 2, 3, 4 are pretty low, 5 gets a little higher, so not too bad. TCG Player lets you buy this deck for $196, so it's not even that expensive, and it's pretty easily obtainable. That's not bad at all. $196, I'd say for most people $200 isn't crazy budget. So that's not bad at all. Also considering the fact that most people have the 35 basic swamps you need, so it's even cheaper at that. Not bad at all. You could you could easily get this deck for under $200, and that's very easily obtainable. Average converted mana cost is 3.1, not bad at all. And yeah, so that's our Shirei Shizo's Caretaker deck for MTG Master. This has been Derek with Tap and Turn Gaming. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks a lot, and goodbye.